I am Evangeline, the Learning Experience Director here at QuantHub. I'm here to take you on a quick tour of your admin dashboard so that you can get off to a great start during your trial of the QuantHub assessment platform. Take a look at your dashboard now with three different sections. We have recent positions, recent tests, and recent challenges. You have access to these three different types of assessments. Positions are unique in that we can combine more than one skill to assess a candidate on. For instance, wrangling, deploying, and migrating can be shown in one test. Combine any amount of test in one configuration. That being said, that's going to make for a very long test. So keep in mind that a good rule of thumb is no more than 3 to 4 skills in one assessment, to keep it around the hour or so range of time that a candidate will need to spend taking that assessment. If you would like to just assess on one particular skill, you can send a test. For instance, on spreadsheet. If you would just like to assess a candidate's spreadsheet skills, you can send that one test. It will be quick, about 24 minutes long, to assess on one skill, depending on the skill. And then here you have your challenges. These are case study type assessments that go in depth with a particular use case of a problem. Candidates will have access to a Jupyter notebook and then reload a Jupyter notebook at the end of the assessment, given a specific problem or case. Sending a position is going to be the most common use case for our assessment tool. You can add new in the top right-hand corner. Name your assessment something that you will recognize. It's an option, but you can give it a location. Designate a specific role family. And then edit your workflow if you would like to include both tests and challenges, or only tests or only challenges. I'm going to include only tests in this one. Our specific test name is Trial Test for Data Scientist. Okay, I'm going to give different types of instructions if I'd like, if there's something that your particular candidates need to know about. Otherwise, when they receive an email, they will see our default instructions. All right, I'm going to choose Python and modeling for my 2 skills. I can weight the importance of these particular skills, and what that does is it just changes the weight of the distribution of the score. So if I think that Python is more important, that's going to weight the Python score more than the modeling. You do not have to weight the score. You can leave those as defaults. All right, I can also order the skills. Since Python is more critical, I'm going to leave that as the first, and then modeling comes second. This is so that if a candidate loses more time than they had wanted to, they can still get through the most critical part of the assessment. You can add a free-form question. Now I'm going to choose how I will invite my candidates. I can upload a CSV. I can add their emails divided by commas, or I can just generate an invite code. Now, whenever I generate the invite code, I still need to add them in, either CSV or email, because the system will have to recognize whether or not that they have been added in. If you just generate an invite code and haven't added the candidate in via email, then it will not allow them to redeem that invite code. All right. Okay, I'm going to generate an invite code, and then I'm not going to set a deadline. But very often, deadlines are set for 2 weeks or up to a month. You can set a designated reminder cadence, so maybe daily, 3 days before the deadline, or once, 3 days before the deadline. You can add a reviewer. This is someone who doesn't have access to the admin dashboard, but they are able to review the results of the assessments. And then I'm going to finish. Now I have an invite code that I can copy and paste into my specific inquiry email to that candidate. These really go a lot better than just sending the email to the candidate because maybe they don't know what QuantHub is. And then also it ensures that it won't end up in their spam or junk folder. So we recommend that you utilize the invite code feature just to ensure that they understand exactly who it's coming from and that it ends up in their inbox and not in their spam. So you'll just copy and paste that. And then the candidate will log in and create an account from our website, QuantHub.com, up in the right-hand corner where it says sign in. Please feel free to reach out to support@QuantHub.com if you have any further questions.